Welcome to EuroC Sucks, the weekly podcast where we review and critique the best and the worst fan-created original characters from the My Little Pony fandom. This show is unscripted and unfiltered, so moderate language will be used. As well, this show can be a little heavy on the critique at times. That being said, if you are easily offended, don't watch. If not, feel free to join us for this week's show. Well, hi! Welcome to episode 6 for March 11th, 2014. This week we'll be getting down and dirty with some good old Earth Pony OCs. My name's Mummified Thunderbirds. I'm the host, project manager, and I'm joined by...
Commander Sparkle, assistant project manager.
I'm Eddie Bobo, and I'm in charge of gathering questions and viewer interaction.
I'm Smooth Sailing, and I'm the editor.
That's right. This week we'll be taking a look at some of our lovely down-in-the-mud, rolling around, hard-working Earth Pony OCs. We're going to be looking at everybody who is neither a unicorn or a Pegasus. So that means no wings, no horns, and we're all going to be down and dirty this week.
Dude, alicorns aren't unicorns or Pegasi.
Semantics. So, the Die of Fate this week has rolled a 6. Or, sorry, not a 6, a 2.
Oh my goodness! What? What was that?
Surprise, two special guests.
Hey!
Hey guys, I'm here.
It's ultimate fate, because if you go through and you just start back at the top, 6 is still 2.
Hey, that's actually kind of true. Huh. Well, guess what? It's still Commander. So,
Yeah.
let's take a look at Commander's good OC for this week. Commander?
So this is my good OC that I chose a while ago, so I need to remember all of my things that I really liked about it. There's the OC is Nut Job by Lethal Aurora Mage, and I think this OC is just really cute. I don't know. I mean, one thing I really like is the color palette. I think that this color palette works fantastically. Like, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I think that the way that the gray meshes with that red it's really appealing and really pleasing to the eyes and easy on the eyes.
All right.
This is probably one of the best OCs I've seen with red in it.
It's really good. I think that they did a really good job with the color choice. Also, the mane is awesome because that's an original mane.
Actually, that kind of looks like Lightning Dust's mane.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Lightning Dust's mane, but is
Lightning
different.
Dust doesn't have it tied at the tip.
I can see the similarities. However, there are definitely things that make it stand out as being very different.
This one is actually possible.
Oh! Alright, now listen here, you little
Ew.
shit. You don't talk shit about Lightning Dust. She's the fastest fire in
Shit about whoever you want. Oh man.
Yeah, but she's
Incoming
reckless.
hate mail.
Oh no, I dig it. What's the backstory going on this one there, Commander?
Now I need to find the page that has the backstory. Okay. So do you want me to just read the whole thing?
No, give us a brief overview.
on.
If anybody actually wants to go into it, then they can go check it out on their own.
Yay!
Give me the cliff notes of it.
So Nut Job is sort of the theme probably is going to be for a lot of these OCs is pretty down to earth.
She's a magician.
No.
She's
Shut the
a
fuck up.
science pony.
She works at a business that her family owns where they fix stuff like appliances and other things like that. She also enjoys sort of just tinkering around with things and building things from scratch and stuff like that, which is how she got her cutie mark.
Okay.
I like one thing I like is that they sort of like touch on like the personality and the character as well as the backstory, and talk about how can be a bit crude with how she speaks and how forward she is with like her emotions and other stuff like that. And some ponies will find her sort of intimidating because she comes off as a bit tough and crude and stuff like that. But it's mostly just the fact that she learned a lot of those mannerisms and stuff from her father. Let's see, reading all this, and because of the fact that she's the people just sort of are put off at times by that. She has her sister be the one who attends to all the customers in the store, just so they don't get put out of business.
So what do you guys think of her, other than the fact that her mane is really similar to a Lightning Dust?
I really like your cutie mark, even though I don't really understand it.
Well,
It's
you don't
too
necessarily
deep
have
for
to.
you.
You don't necessarily have to understand the cutie mark. It just is a general representation of whatever it is. I mean, if she's a tinker pony, I mean, it kind of makes sense to have a little bit of a gear to it.
Yeah.
I don't mind the gear. I don't
It's a
understand
nut.
the gear with the tail.
It's not a
gear.
tail. It's like a.
It's not even a gear. It's a nut.
Nut
Nut.
job. Haha.
Sorry, I'm.
See.
He said gear first, and I didn't.
Oh no,
I
fuck
know.
you.
You can't pin that shit on him.
I'm fine.
You
Yeah, it was
fucked
you.
up too.
Yeah, you're the one who led me into this trap.
Oh God. All right. I'm
But
sorry.
if I would say one thing, on this specific piece, the nut job piece, it is really small.
The cutie mark on the
actual pony.
pony itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably make it a little bit bigger, but
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that.
who's to say how big a cutie mark should be? Because
True.
like
There probably
Luna's
is-
and Celestia's take up like half their ass, while like
Well, I think those are exceptions to the the general rule. But I mean, there are there's a sort of general size for cutie marks. But I mean, I think that's honestly nitpicking and stuff like that. So.
What? But I love nitpicking.
Oh, you shut the fuck up, sir. That's just because you love everything and you have to nitpick.
But she seems,
I know.
Lethal Aurora Mage seems to have her pony anatomy down pretty good.
oh yeah, it seems pretty solid. That posing in the nut job piece is actually pretty spot on.
Really good. I wish it was that good at art. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna kill myself now or something like that.
Yeah.
One thing I really want to know is how, at the ring, at the start of the tail, meaning her butt, how did that one
Yeah.
get there? I mean, that's a lot of hair you have to get through to put it there.
It's probably just clamped around.
That's the lame
That's possible.
option. And it could clamp
Or-
on hair, and that's
says
not
it-
a win either.
Who says it's not
Maybe
an
it's
actual
like a
hair
scrunchie
tie?
kind of thing.
or a hair tie?
Yeah, it's like a scrunchie or a hair tie. I mean, it doesn't necessarily. It's not. I mean, it's not defined as being metal, but like a necessity.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool if like those were replaced by like actual nuts.
That
Maybe
would-
like a nice
that
cool
would be
brass nut. That'd be a cool design.
Maybe.
I think
not.
you'd have to play. You'd have to play around with it a little bit,
I
but I think I think it is the potentiality if pulled off right. And I think from what I'm looking, I mean, this person they could probably find a way to pull it off.
suppose so.
Well, that's it for this one. Let's move on to the next one, and let's see what the Die of Fate has rolled for us this time. It's rolled a 2.
Oh.
So, Commander,
So guys,
what's
let's talk
your
about nut
go-to?
job again.
No, I'm sorry.
I got more
sorry.
stuff to say.
No, it's actually rolled a 1. So let's go take a look at mine this week. My OC this week is Chatterbox. Now, Chatterbox is the OC of Chatterbutt, but Chatterbox is sort of her character / Sona for the pony world. There's not much of backstory behind it. She's talked about, or just briefly shown, that the character can be seen with a horn and maybe a wing as well, but it's not necessarily that. So I chose to keep it for an actual like Earth pony because
Yeah, because that's
You
what it
know.
originally was.
yeah. What do you guys think?
I really don't like her color scheme.
I absolutely love her color scheme.
Heyo.
Welcome to your OC Sucks, guys. The show where all of us have totally different opinions.
Okay, when I say that, I mean I don't like how it's used here. I do really like pink and yellow. These two pink and yellows bother me when they're together. I don't know why.
They're so soft, though.
The
It's
yellow,
Yeah.
like it's like you could just hug her, and that's just the colors.
the yellow. I don't like the yellow.
Also, that's more
Okay.
of tan than yellow.
Yeah, I think
Semantics.
I'm just saying here. He said many times on this show that he loves yellow and pink. This is technically more of a tan than a yellow, so that may be a reason why he likes this one not as much.
I do.
Smooth is trying to justify Betty's opinion.
But those piercing orange eyes.
I do like the eyes.
The eyes are really nice.
Also,
But yet Smooth doesn't like the
I
eyes.
do like the eyes.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say like, but those piercing yellow eyes or orange eyes.
Oh, I love orange eyes.
I do not like the I do not like the polka dots either.
Yeah, the polka dots.
I've never been really a fan of stuff like that on ponies. I mean, I've seen it done well, but I think it's harder to do and can be kind of off-putting.
I think without the polka dots, I would like this OC a lot better, honestly.
And I guess it's just how the legs are done, but the cutie mark looks like it's wrong, but I think it's probably, like, close to correct. I don't know. It just
I like the
looks
idea
weird.
that the character's name is Chatterbox, and she has, like, a voice box.
Speech bubble.
Cutie mark? Yeah, a speech bubble box cutie mark.
It's not a bubble, that's a box.
I like it. I think that's a great idea to put on your character.
Oh, yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Also, I laughed, just the freaking little text. I'm a little shit.
Yeah.
It took me a second. I was like, what is that?
So when Medi tries to shoehorn his comment, listen here, you little shit, she actually is like, yeah, I totally am.
Yes, Manny, what do you have to say?
And that's like what I'm getting out of that expression.
I'm all ears, Medi Bobo. What would you like to tell me? Yeah, that's right.
Listen here, you little shit.
Yes, Manny, what do you have to say?
So it's one of those things that, from judging what you guys are saying, you necessarily
She also
can't.
if I want to say,
Go ahead.
Besides the polka dots, everything else about her is very plain, I guess is the right word.
But who's to say it needs to be out of the
I'm
ordinary?
not saying it needs to be out of the order. I'm just saying that her OC is a very plain-looking OC. Is that a bad thing? It's up to
No,
your opinion.
I don't think it is. I think it gives a
I personally
sense
feel
of
she could
delight.
use another extra color.
Really the only thing I find bad about this one is, opinions bad about this one is the polka dots, but, yeah. And that mane that goes on both sides.
Yeah.
I like manes that go on both sides. It helps my, it helps with my everything has to be evens instead of odds.
But
Odds.
funny enough, without the polka dots, I could easily see if this character was done in a but obviously if this character was done in a show style, her being like a background pony.
I can see that.
Or maybe a minor character that has like a line or two or some
Well, yeah,
in a
something
scene.
along those lines. Without the polka dots.
Also, one thing I'd like to point out is that they specifically emphasize that this is more of a chubby pony, which is something, I mean, you don't see as often, because we're used to ponies being literally, like, all the exact same. They all have the same body type and shape and all that stuff. The only difference is between stallions and mares. And I think it is sort of refreshing to see, like, when people do something like, oh, my OC's, like, like if they're shorter or something like that. I think it adds a little bit more to, like, the character.
I do agree with that. It's not like
Well, not to mention the fact that Medi also had Carpet Sharks that was a shorter, pudgier pony as well.
Yes.
and my OC is supposed to be a shorter, not pudgier, but just shorter OC.
Spoilers!
What do you mean spoilers?
He's talking about touchpad tablet, his OC.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like your good OC this
He
week.
means literally his
No,
OC.
I literally mean my
I was like,
OC.
I was like, dude, that was like 5 episodes ago. That's not spoilers.
Oh, well. The OC, the person who drew Chatterbox this week, drew Crystal Sky in the loud, accented piercings and whatnot piece that we had last week. During the Pegasus thing, the bright blue and purple, purplish pink OC that I brought on for good OC. And it's kind of like one of those things that, like I said, with the themes of, or not necessarily theme, but like how she draws them, that it's so easy to tell that, yeah, that's this artist. Something that I saw while going through her blog was the fact that, yeah, she did draw that one.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything for Chatterbox?
Not particularly. I think I've touched on all the points I had.
Same.
Cool. The Die of Fate has now rolled a 3, so that means it's time for Mighty Bobo.
So this is my good OC of the week, and it is Pebble. She is a filly, it's a filly, and she's funny enough. I guess it was a little bit of spoilery. She is actually a chubby filly. She lives in possibly my favorite location pun name, the great kingdom of Neijing.
Oh, God. Stop it.
Wait, is that a kingdom?
I assume.
I believe it's more of a principality.
Yeah, come on, man. Seriously. No, it's obviously a democracy. What?
No, I believe it's more of a what kind of society do they have in Egypt?
Pyramids.
Yeah, pyramids. It's a pyramid place.
It's a
That's
pyramids.
It's a pyramid scheme. The whole town's nothing but a giant pyramid scheme.
But
Politics.
her cutie mark is a I believe that is a goldfish.
That's not a goldfish.
I think it's more of a koi.
Is it a koi?
They are the
It
keeper
probably
of
is
the
a koi fish. I'm
goldfish
probably wrong
pond.
about that.
Yeah, it's not at all. It doesn't look anything like a cracker, so I'm gonna go with koi.
It's probably a goldfish, given
Hey,
that they're the keeper
you know-
of the goldfish pond, and their talent is taking care of goldfish.
That doesn't
But
look
under
anything
their
like a
likes
goldfish.
are
They're like goldfish, koi,
dragonfish, and food. Dislikes. Oh wait, that's not like.
And she dislikes deep water.
But
Have you ever seen a koi?
yeah, I see one on the back of her gala dress.
Oh, snap.
Boom. Yeah, and I've also seen them many a times whenever I go to like a nice, cool sushi place. But something that's bugging me right now. Hey, Medi, you said you didn't like spots on your ponies.
Okay. Yes.
But
I do not like polka dots.
On Chatter, she had spots.
She had
And,
polka dots.
This one's got spots, polka dots,
Splotches?
blotches, cow stains.
I think these
it's,
actually work for her character because of the whole goldfish kind of resemblance there, with these splotches of her orange and white, kind of a goldfishy color scheme.
But
Because
Chatter's
her
wasn't
entire
necessarily exact circles or dots. It's just spots.
yes, but
Much
did the
like,
spots play at all into her character at all?
do these spots play into her character at all?
Oh shit!
Come on, Medi. You were on track. Defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Come on.
Just say yes. That was your point.
Yes.
Yes.
Literally, you had explained it.
Okay. Goodness, man.
I'm just.
Don't listen to Mummified. If you have a point, keep going with it.
Dude.
Yeah, defend yourself, good sir.
Mummified's just a dude.
I was
Yeah, he's
interrupted.
just
That's
being a
why I
douche.
stopped.
I'm sorry. Go on, Medi. I'll be nice.
I really like her character's overall design. I like her mane, and I like her tail.
Uh-huh.
Even though they are very unique designs, they are definitely not show based. I believe
Yeah.
they're done in a very
shit.
show
But
style.
I think they're really good.
I think this is like almost a good example. Like I know a couple of times we've mentioned about OCs being front heavy or back heavy. I feel like this one fits well with each other because they both have the same kind of swoopiness to both the tail and the hair. And actually, dear God, how does that tail actually work?
I don't know.
I see
Like,
it. It's on a reference sheet, and I see it like 3 different angles. I still don't know how it works, and have no grasp on how it possibly could.
I just recently had to vector Rarity's hair, mane, and tail, and that was confusing as fuck as to actually how it works. This, I'm like, is
another
her
level.
tail
Oh, I think I
a
get it.
symbol
I think I get it
of, or like a spool of thread? I'm like, does she put it in a hot curler? I'm like, I get it, but I love it. But
I
I'm
do
just
like how it's kind of fishy though, because she has a lot to do with fish.
it's fishy.
Yeah, it looks like a fishtail.
A fish. Oh shit! It totally fuck. God, that's cool. Fuck you, Medi, for bringing such a cool OC.
It is she is actually like one of my favorite like Philly OCs, and she's fucking adorable.
Also, can I just say it? Just look at that fucking poofy face in the goddamn bottom right corner.
fuck.
It's so fucking
Shit.
cute. Oh my god.
Future
Just
Smooth,
saw
zoom in
that.
on the poofy face. Now put the poofy face over all of ours.
No. I don't want a poofy face. You make
It's
a
too
poofy
late.
face.
We already have the poofy faces, and they're way better than our faces.
Okay, put the poofy
want
face
my
over
OC
all of ours besides Mom's, and then put the annoyed face over Mom's.
Yeah. Anyway.
I really like her mane. I did not get the whole fishtail tail part. I like almost can't see it still.
I don't know. It's kind of
I can
beta.
totally see her if she liked to swim and wasn't not able to swim, like using it as like support in the water,
I don't think that's
like helping her
possible,
move
Medi.
faster.
Medi, I don't think that's possible.
We were talking about candy-colored equines, everything.
But I
The
don't
length
think
of
that's
her
possible, Medi.
The length of her sleeves kind of bother me.
Isn't
Like-
that?
Because she's so
It's
tiny.
long like that because it's supposed to be referring to a kimono.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's like, God, girl, your sleeves are gonna get so damn dirty.
Maybe it's like her mom's or something, and she just wanted to feel pretty. Don't make her.
But
feel
it looks
bad.
like it actually fits her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like around the
Well,
body and the
maybe her
tail
mom's
is
short.
draping.
Jeez, Smooth.
But then it would.
But that would
Doesn't
have
make
the
any
same
sense.
exact point. But I really like her color scheme. That gradient is weird to me, but I really like her color scheme. Yeah.
Yeah, that gradient would probably be a pain to actually like recreate in some sort of like a vectoring program or something like that. But on that point, we are running on time for that one, so we're going to have to move on to the last one, which is commanders, or not commanders.
Yeah, I'm cool with talking about my own.
So,
Shut up.
for the third time now, let's talk about Nutjob.
Nut job. Woo!
Shut your face.
Anyway, it's my OC this time, jerk. This
Hey, I know that
this
guy.
is Flora.
I know that weird guy.
Hey,
This fucking vector's huge.
you're a... I can't come up with a good...
Holy
I can't
fuck.
come back.
I know.
Jesus Christ, dude. That vector's fucking huge.
It's fucking huge. I love it, but I hate it because it's so goddamn big.
All right, so tell us about this, Commander.
Yeah. So nut job.
Tell us about this, Smooth.
Welcome to your OC Sucks. Commander, and Commander.
Man,
put
that's
4
a
commanders
big
on the screen.
It's been that's the 4th time we will have talked about nut job. So
That's one
Stop
big
it.
fucking vector.
Yeah, man.
I know. It's
Welcome to the party. Oh my God, her cutie mark.
This is
Yeah, go
this
on.
is
Go
Flora.
Smooth.
She is an herbalist. She lives near or in a forest for obvious reasons. Supposedly near Niagara Falls.
Oh God!
Shut
Shut your mouth.
Horse puns.
Shut your mouth.
My
God.
mouth will stay open.
Oh, Smooth, I want to
sir.
compliment you on the amazing horse pun pick today.
Thank you. Compliments yourself.
Thank you.
Mums is just
Fuck you all. God damn it.
She is gentle, when calm. I suppose if you get on her bad side, probably not so gentle.
Fluttershy.
And she overthinks, which leads to panic. So, oh crap.
Panic!
What was the word for that? I can't think of it. Whatever.
Continue on with telling us how great this OC is.
Last little bit of notes that are in this thing. Tends to lose it if something doesn't go according to plan. So a planner, that's good. Most likely a thinker, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Probably
Could you
feeling based.
I was gonna say, could you lay out her Myers-Briggs portfolio profile thing?
I'm gonna go ahead and maybe ISFP or either P
Yeah,
or J.
that's what I was thinking. ISFP.
ISFP probably. Her color palette is gorgeous.
Yeah, not a pure white to be found.
Yay!
Except for in the eyes.
Is there a pure white in the eyes?
Yeah, I don't care. It's close enough. But my point is, Smooth, this was made by Weird Guy, right?
Not the vector
Yes.
itself. The OC, yes, but the vector was a gift, I believe. Either
Okay,
a gift or a
'cause
commission.
I really like it. Like, I can clearly tell. Now, this isn't me trying to toot my own like vector horn, but it's just one of those things that it's like some of these lines in here are just so nicely done, and I
Okay.
really like dig how it's been done. Like I can tell how the person, place their anchors and whatnot, and it's really well done. I mean, I know it's not Weird Guy's vector, but it's just one of those things that it just looks so good. Like I can. Like, it's one of those things that not only I'm like, okay, it's a good vector for being good, but it's also a good vector, and I actually know how it's being good. Kind of like Mehdi whenever he talks about Photoshop tools being used.
So they're a goddamn way better vector artist than me.
Yeah, I'd probably say that too.
And
They're probably better than me
and
as well.
look at all of that original mane and tail.
Yeah.
Very original.
If I had to
Yeah.
bring
I
up
think
one
it's really
thing,
cool.
I really don't like her cutie mark because it is really, really detailed.
Yeah.
You're really detailed.
I think that the leaves and stuff they were simplified.
I'd say just have everything as a flat color and not have outlines. That's
They're
how.
also they have a gradient to them
Might
as
also
well.
help. Yeah.
Oof.
I like the piece, the cutie mark as its own standalone piece of work, just because they got the shines on the berries right. But yeah, the gradient definitely breaks it away from the typical show mold.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys got?
Well,
I mean,
she herself is like a really light, but not like light as in bright pink.
yeah.
And then her
I'd agree with
mane
that.
is like an incredibly light, but not bright, lavender. And then her eyes are like a piercing red.
I wouldn't say piercing.
No, it's not piercing. But in comparison to her other colors, I
Yeah,
suppose
I
it's
think-
piercing.
I think by comparison it is. And that's one thing I'd like to bring up with this, and I didn't specifically say on the chattered one. I love when the eyes pop out. Like, I think that, I mean, sometimes it's nice to have sort of like an analogous color for the eyes that sort of blends with everything. It can work really well with some OCs, but I just love when the eyes sort of like contrast from things and pop out. I love that
Yeah.
so much. Because it brings attention to the eyes, and pony eyes are just adorable.
I don't even like the color red, and I like her eyes.
I like purple.
I like.
Light lavenders like this really
Oh yeah.
are pretty great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's it for this one.
But we
That's pretty much everybody's left for
about
the.
her backstory or personality at all.
I don't know. I think it's an okay
I
backstory.
mean, it's not a bad backstory. It's nothing like super tragic, epic, edgy, OC.
And it's not something super light and doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's a good backstory, and not everybody needs to be this big, grandiose person with a lot of clout behind their character, and they don't need to be, down in the dumps, like always running from the law and having, a dark, brooding past. It's something. Not everybody needs to be noted.
When everyone's special, nobody's special.
But maybe add something that adds a little bit of memorability to it. for me.
She's part of that story that I was talking about. So does go. Yeah, she is also a part of that story.
Okay.
Oh, the one involving Felicity.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, dude, the minute it's written or like finished or a chapter's out on it, that's like going to be an insta read for me
Coming
because
out
I love
soon.
everyone. Yeah, coming soon.